Hello everybody, welcome back up to the commentary box for the Grand Prix review of the 2022 Australian Grand Prix. We're coming to you live as well before everything kicks off for the rest of the day. My goodness me, what an Australian Grand Prix. Josh Plays what he's saying, Max Verstappen's DNF to 2021 and 3 seconds in 23 races, 2022, 2 in 3 races. Wow. So he had 3 retirements last year in 23 races. In 2 races this year, he's had 3 races this year, he's had 2 retirements as well. If you don't know, this is like a Ted's notebook, so it's going to be completely random and completely filled with wrong facts as well. But still, it's a lot of fun. Keep rambling. Simthal says as well, I cannot believe, neither can we. I literally went like this in the box and dropped when Verstappen was kicked out as well. Loved the midfield battles. Yeah, the battle for 9th was absolutely fantastic. It was action left, right and centre for the field today. And once again, the new regulations proving that these Formula 1 cars this season can race and race extremely well. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the next race in Imola as well. A track that is also difficult to overtake on. What are these cars going to do as well? George Russell just giving a fist bump to Sergio Perez. He's on Sky Sports F1 right now as well. Let's go through the race then. And we'll start with Charles Leclerc, who had the perfect getaway from pole position as well. Defended from Verstappen and took the lead and stayed there for the entire race. He led every single lap as well. A true grand slam today. Pole position, fastest lap, lead every lap as well, and win the race. So Sergio Perez did the fast lap as well on the last lap, a 1:20.260. Very quick indeed. Second place for Sergio Perez. I want to say looked into it because of Verstappen's retirement, but Checo was doing a great race all day in 3rd position. Had some fantastic moves. Move of the season for me when he went right round the outside of Lewis Hamilton down at turn 11. That for me was chef's kiss. Brilliant. Right round the outside, that new sweeping, well, it's turn 9 and 10, isn't it? It used to be 10 11, but now it's 9 and 10. Little flick back there. Fantastic move there. George Russell, 2nd ever podium in Formula 1, 1st of the season, and his first for Mercedes as well. Lewis Hamilton came over the radio a couple laps before the end saying, guys, you're putting me in a really difficult position. And I just wonder as well, as I said in the commentary, was that Lewis Hamilton wanting the team to give team orders to push Lewis to 3rd and Russell down to 4th position? And I said in the commentary, if George allowed Lewis through, it would be the end of his Formula 1 career in Mercedes. He'll be it. He would never be a world champion. He fought and kept 3rd position, and now that proves to Lewis that they are racing on equal terms. They are not going to give way, and Russell should not give way, and he didn't. He got a podium. Lewis, again, being told, well, he said over the radio, wasn't it, that, guys, you're putting me in a really difficult position. And I actually said in the commentary box, I said, oh, shut up. As well, because it really was like Lewis always thinks he can dominate his teammates as well. Yes, every driver thinks they can dominate the teammates, but Lewis has had preferential treatment for too long with Valtteri, so it's refreshing to see George come in and sort of hold his own ground as well and stand his own 2 feet and just say to Lewis, no, I'm staying in 3rd. I've done this job today. I've got the strategy right. You messed up. I'm staying for a podium. Really nice to see that. Lewis Hamilton, as I say, went in 4th place as well. I think the team denied his request, obviously. If we did make a request to change over positions because of that team radio, we heard Lewis is 4th and is not happy. Understandably so. Got caught out with the safety cars that happened today, but Lewis finished in 4th place as well. He did the medium to hard tyre strategy as well, so a one-stopper. Great day if you are a McLaren fan, and really great day as well as we move on away from this screen just quickly as well and go over to the full results page up here in the box as well. Absolutely great day, but right now Charles Leclerc, I think, is talking with via Play at the moment. Yeah, so we can't have a listen to our race winner just yet. We are going to throw over to Simon when we hear from him down on Sky Sports F1. So I think he's just leaving. Is he going to have a word now? I'm going to throw over.
Charles, many congratulations. That's fantastic stuff. Once again, you know, you're just proving that this car, I mean, it was such a dominant display. We expecting to be so dominant this weekend?
No. I mean, when I say things on the Thursday to you guys, it's what I'm being told by the team. And honestly, on our paper, maybe we need to review our paper, but we were a bit behind Red Bull on this track. But apparently we were stronger than what we thought. So it's a good surprise.
It's reliable, it's fast. It's not just the chassis though. The power unit, it's clearly clicked up another level from last year.
Yes, definitely. Obviously, I mean, last year was a very difficult year for us. This year we've managed to, or actually the team has managed, because I'm only giving the feedback of what I want from the car, but then it's up to the guys in Maranello to do a stronger engine, a reliable engine, a good car, and they've managed just that this season. So I'm incredibly happy and incredibly proud to be driving for Ferrari, and it shows how great they are, because after the last 2 years it wasn't a given that we will be back at this level, and we are. So now we need to keep pushing. The season is long, but it's an extremely good start.
It really is a great start as well for Charles Leclerc as well, and he's now extending his lead in the Drivers' Championship as well. He leads the championship by a larger margin than anyone did in the 2021 season. He leads it by 34 points in the championship as well. That's amazing. Right, let's go through the order once again and keep going and keep on track up here in the comms box, because we are limited on time. Lando Norris, P5. Great day for a McLaren fan as well. Norris to P5. Started this race, Lando, down in, looking at my notes, 4th position. So he's actually had a really good qualifying. So Lando is P4. Danny Ricciardo is P7. And great job from McLaren. They managed to keep up that strategy throughout the race as well. They finish in 5th and 6th positions, which is fantastic. Looks like David Dickinson right now from Antiques Roadshow. But yeah, so great job there. Home Ricciardo as well. His home soil gets a great result in P6 and decent points. Esteban Ocon in 7th position as well. Another strong race for him today as well. Alpine were very much up there, apart from Alonso. We'll go on to that in just a second. Down the order as well, Bottas finished P8. Bottas again doing some fantastic moves, proving that ever since he left Mercedes, he's actually a decent driver in another car when he's not in the shadow of Lewis or in the team orders of Lewis as well. Bottas showing us why we love him as a racing driver as well. He really likes it at Alfa Romeo, and he's really taking that team places. So it's good to see. Strong start to the season for Valtteri Bottas. Pierre Gasly, P9. Again, some great moves with Lance Stroll today. Stroll, we'll get on to him in a second, but doing some defensive moves, gets a 5-second penalty, so that puts Gasly into P9. And with a result as well, it put Alexander Albon into P10. Williams getting a single point, but it was a crucial point. He did 57 laps on the hard compound tyre, so over 300 kilometres he did over on that one set of tyres. He's now got the record for the longest race on a Pirelli tyre, because of course we had that Michelin Bridgestone battle in 2005 where no one could change tyres, but the record for the longest kilometres on a single set of Pirelli tyres now goes to Alexander Albon. He takes it off Esteban Ocon, who did it back at the Portuguese Grand Prix in 2020. Outside the points, the two finishes on the lead lap, Zhou Guanyu was P11, and Lance Stroll got a 5-second time penalty as well for weaving on the straight to defend from Gasly. So Stroll finished in 12th position, and in my opinion today, Stroll had an absolute horrific race as well. He's been bad all weekend really as well. Crashed in practice 3, crashed in qualifying, and was dangerous in the race as well. In my opinion, Stroll needs to have a hard look at himself. Aston Martin have had a shocking weekend so far as well, overall, because the weekend's over now, but shocking. Vettel retiring as well, we'll get onto that later as well, but Aston have really, it's cost them a lot this weekend in terms of money, in terms of points, in terms of image as well. It's really, really bad here in Australia for Aston Martin, and we reached, of course, Racing Point. Right, outside then, the lapped cars as well, and the finishers. Schumacher finished in 13th position as well. He had a really strong race. He was battling with Fernando Alonso for a lot, but he dropped back, and then he was battling with his teammate Kevin Magnussen, who finished in 14th place. Yuki Tsunoda, who brake checked on the start-finish straight as well, and got he's having to go to the stewards on that matter as well because of the incident there. So it's bad, naughty Tsunoda. Latifi 16th as well, just had a nowhere race. Fernando Alonso is the guy I feel most sorry for as well. He came in as well, Alonso, after was on a pole lap yesterday. Hydraulics failed, hit the wall. Today he moved up to P4 at the end of the second safety car when Vettel's car crashed. So so Alonso was on the medium tyres when everyone else was on the hards. It was a perfect opportunity, as then pitted again into the virtual safety car, put on the medium compound, and was really challenging for points-paying positions and maybe even a podium. But then the tyres fell away, had to pit on the penultimate lap as well just to make it to the end, and he tried to get the fastest lap but failed. So a bad day for Alonso as well. Verstappen, 18th position, even worse for Max today in the pre-show as well. Right at 4:30 a.m. in the UK as well, so 90 minutes before the start of the race, Red Bull took the entire car to pieces and rebuilt it because there was an oil leak. So they were desperate to fix it, and they did. They managed to fix it, but then the problem occurred with 20 laps to go of the race. So on lap 38, so disastrous for Max Verstappen. Sorry. So that is 2 retirements in the opening 3 races and only 25 points on the board. So it's win, lose, kaboom at the moment for Max Verstappen, and that is not a great defence for his title. He now slips so far back in the standings, actually, as well. It's really worrying. He needs to win next time out at Imola, otherwise his championship is in severe problems already, and it's only be round 4. Vettel, P19 as well. A strange little accident akin to what happened with Kazuki Nakajima in 2009. Exit of turn 4 in the car park section. Got on the grass, got on the AstroTurf and just spun him round and hit the wall. And, of course, it kills the engine straight away. So he was out of the race, calls the second safety car. And Carlos Sainz calls the first safety car on lap 3. He had a poor getaway, Carlos Sainz. Started the race in... where was he? 9th position after a poor qualifying when he got caught out by Alonso's red flag in Q3. He had a bad getaway, dropped down 5 places. The clutch was slipping as well, and then he tried to move round the outside into turn 9, overcooked it, went through the grass, lost the rear, and ended up backwards in the gravel trap as well. His day done. Thank God Leclerc won the race. All I'm saying, it's best possible outcome, and he got the bonus point as well, so Ferrari still lead the Constructors' Championship by around about 40 points. To go through then the full race results, just quickly actually, because I never talked about it, Lance Stroll as well. He had a brilliant strategy, but then he was an idiot during the race. His strategy is, of course, he came in under the first safety car, he took off a set of the hard compound tyres, went out, did 1 lap on the mediums, and then put a new set of hard compound tyres on and just had it for the rest of the race. That's why he was so slow and had to defend as well. But a great strategy call from Stroll. It nearly worked out, but he was an idiot during the race. It would have got him bigger points if he wasn't so much of an idiot during the race. I've repeated that too many times now. Albon, though, I think gets a driver of the day as well. Great strategy from Williams and gets the points. But my driver of the day definitely goes to Charles Leclerc, who controlled the field. Okay, back up to the box then. And we'll go through the Drivers' Championship as well in just a second. First of all, though, let's go to the YouTube chat. I'm going to put my glasses on to see this. I really don't mind which of the Ferraris or Red Bulls wins the World Championship, but I do want it to be close and exciting till the end. Like this, Leclerc is easily winning the championship. Absolutely, he is. This is from Synth the Law, by the way. Vettel and Sainz both struggling all weekend. Well, Sainz since qualifying, but yeah, unnecessary incidents. Both, but yeah, Red Bull ruining their own championship. Albon as well up there. Red Bull needs to fix the tyre deck issue as well. Yeah, the Perez and Verstappen struggled early on in the first stints as well. Next race, sprint race. What do you think about the sprint? And by the way, are the sprint races longer now compared to last year? Stroll strategies was less than Albon's strategy. Agreed there. Right, the sprint. Yeah, next time out in Imola in 2 weeks' time, it's a sprint race. And we will be covering the sprint race on USRN as well if you're joining us as well. We'll be covering the sprint race and the main race on USRN2. And of course, we'll be doing it all here on YouTube as per usual. But yeah, the sprint race, it's still 100 kilometres, but there's now the points has changed. It goes 8 points for a pole position downwards as well. So that's how it's going to change out further all. In terms of the race results then, it is Charles Leclerc who is victorious from Sergio Perez. Let's go through the full results, shall we? It is Charles Leclerc who takes the victory, Sergio Perez second, George Russell third, Lewis Hamilton fourth, Lando Norris is fifth, then again Esteban Ocon is seventh, Daniel Ricciardo is sixth, Bottas eighth, Gasly ninth, Albon 10th, then it's Guan Yu Zhou or Zhou Guan Yu 11th, Lance Stroll is in 12th, Schumacher 13th, Magnussen 14th, Tsunoda 15th, Latifi 16th, and then as well down the order. The Drivers' Championship, Charles Leclerc leads on 71 points. George Russell is second in the standings now on 37. Carlos Sainz is 33. Sergio Perez 30. Lewis Hamilton 28. Max Verstappen 25. Esteban Ocon is on 20. Lando Norris 16. Kevin Magnussen 12, the same as Valtteri Bottas. But look at that. It's Charles Leclerc and George Russell 1-2 in the standings. And George Russell is second in the Drivers' Championship on 37 points. 34-point gap in the standings as well for Leclerc. Further down, 8 points for Ricciardo, 6 for Gasly, 4 for Tsunoda, 2 for Alonso, and 1 point each for Alexander Albon and Zhou Guanyu as well. In the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari lead 104 points to Mercedes on 65. Red Bull on 55 points as well. McLaren 24, Alpine 22, Alfa Romeo 13, Haas 12, AlphaTauri 10, Williams on 1, and Aston Martin still on the board as well in the standings going forward. Okay, that's it then. We are about done here for the Grand Prix review because I've got to go and get ready now for Formula E. Ted's out there with the fans as well.
Simon, because I'm here with some Italian friends. We have a little shower of Prosecco. Was that Prosecco, boys? Was that Prosecco? I'm here with a Tifosi.
I hope Ted doesn't get COVID. That's all I hope as well. But absolutely fantastic. Ted's out there in the pits watching the cars as well. My thanks to you all for watching this weekend then for Formula 1. Reminder, they're not on just yet. They're not on just yet, but the YouTube streams are coming. We've got Formula E from Rome. We've got MotoGP from Circuit of the Americas, and we've got IndyCar from Long Beach. Those streams are going to be up in the next hour, so do pay attention, but set your reminders on the YouTube stream as well to get them all. My thanks to you all for joining me this weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks in Imola, and stay tuned to the channel here today because we will be live for all of the action from Formula E, MotoGP, and IndyCar. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.